Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our complete beginner's guide to Kenshi and start spreading our wings just a little bit with our now party of exceptional miners. So what I want to do is look at our inventory, and you can see that Meow has a whole bunch of copper in her backpack, and Tutorial Dude has copper here. Actually, Meow has it in her inventory, and he has it in the backpack. And the node has 4, so let's just open this up, and we're going to take all of this out. And I'm going to take all of our people with us, if possible, okay? And we're going to select them both by pushing the tilde key, and we're going to go back home. And I'm just going to kind of run here. I want to sell some stuff. All right, so to do that, they're going to be sneaking, but I'm going to turn off sneaking, and we're just going to kind of run back, okay? And I'm going to speed the game up to level 4 speed, and just have us moving, and we'll be raising up our strength as we go. And it looks like there's a dead bone dog that came to the gates here, tried to get inside, apparently. Did not make it. Alright, and Squin is as well defended as always. Let's go inside, everybody. Okay. Now, I'm going to talk to the trader, and let's do business. Okay, so first of all, let's just sell all of this. All right, and we're up to 2,000. Very good. And then let's go over here and have you trade, and let me sell all of this, and we're up to 49. Okay, so that's a good start with our money. And I think then that I want us to make enough money to buy the house as our next step. If you wanted, we could go get a third party member, but I think that it's in our best interest to first get the house and then move on, so we can start getting everything we need to going research-wise and situation-wise. Wolf Den 17 has been wiped out. Alright. So some group did not make it. Alright, so let's turn our people. And I'm going to put our people on passive, okay? So that we are less likely to be attacked, and we're going to sneak. Now, remember, if you put your people on passive, it just means they won't attack, even if they are attacked. They won't... I'm sorry. They won't initiate combat accidentally. So it just kind of helps you from walking around and accidentally bopping somebody. And then... do you have... Tutorial Dude, do you have food? Yeah, okay, good. It also means that you won't defend your allies, and it's something I like to do for that preventative fact, and there is just this little, like, less likely to be targeted by enemies, which seems nice. But remember, if you do want to fight, turn off passive mode, because they won't until you do that. Alright, and open up our backpack. Check this out. Yep. I'm just going to shift right click that copper. And we're getting really, really close to having enough cash. Now, I'm just going to momentarily stop looking at my people there and move the camera. Let's see, there is a copper resource over here, okay? And I'm going to undo what I just did because I told him to look at that. But there is a third copper, or a second copper resource right over there on the other side of Squin. So if we did have a third person, you know, we could put them to work on that. But it's going to cost us at least 3,000 to get another person, and I'd rather show you how to build a house right now instead of that. So we're just going to keep plowing away. We're on full speed. Remember, you can just click here or push the F keys, the function keys, F1, 2, 3, 4, to kind of pause or speed up the game. I always have my finger on the space bar so that I can quickly pause if we need to. It's getting dark, okay? And darkness isn't an issue in the sense of our people need to sleep, because they don't. But it is a problem because we are working much less efficiently when it's dark. If we have bad lighting, we are mining at half of normal efficiency. So it's really painful that it's dark right here and we don't have a light source, but there really isn't anything that we can do about it. Now, one option you do have, though, if you want to just while the night away and you don't like the hit to your efficiency and you want to be doing something else and you want to be a little bit safer, is you can go in town and you can just walk from one gate inside the town to the other, sneaking with both of your characters back and forth, and it will be raising your sneak ability because you will be having detection attempts made against you just by guards and people in the city. So it's a nice way to kind of just raise up your sneaking skill. Now, what you always have to think about in this game is everything that you do is raising your skill in some way. So I was reminded of this pretty well in my Let's Play of this game because the other day we, got beat up a little bit by some raiders, but someone kindly told me, don't think of it as getting beat up. Think of it as training your toughness, which it indeed did. It was helping to raise our toughness. So, even taking damage can be useful in that way. Here, you guys mining again? There they go. They stopped mining because the node got filled. And we actually should, at this point, have enough copper, especially by sunup, to purchase a home. All right, so Meow, how much cash you got? Or I'm sorry, what's your hunger situation, Meow? Okay, so she should, if hungry enough, eat out of the leader's backpack, but let's just see how this goes. You can see she's laboring. Okay. She's currently well fed and has no problem. 72% encumbrance, and this is the skill right now that they're doing, and you can kind of just click on them and just watch the skill go up. Now, she has no encumbrance, so what that means is I'm actually going to pause the game and have I need to peel these off, but I'm going to put them in Meow, and we're going to select both people and just have them mine again. All right, and daytime is already resuming again. You can see that somebody ate dried meat. We're down to 4 pieces in our bag, but that's okay. And now Meow's encumbrance is at 27%. And at this point, we can go back and the shop will be open. So I'm just going to have click on this and open up Meow's bag, and we'll peel this off. And let's go ahead and just run our people back to town right here. I will turn off sneak so we go a little bit faster. We don't need to really be sneaky at this point. And we're going to take our team in here. All right. And now the shop is open. And who is this? This is a Shek warrior just looking to shop, I suppose. And this is a mercenary from the Tech Hunters. Fantastic. All right. All right, let's go here. And I want to trade with you. I'm going to pause the game, as I always do when I'm trading. I'm going to shift right-click these 2 items, and you see we are at 7,600 right now. And I want you... You don't have to, by the way, close the shopkeeper window like I did before. You can just click on your other person or push 2, wherever they are in the lineup. And now we have 8,700. 8,700 is enough for us to do a little real estate speculation and buy a home base. So if I want to buy this, I can click on it, okay? And this is called the Longhouse. It's in Squin. It's part of the Shek Kingdom, and it's open to the public right now, and it's for sale for 7,200. So if I click on this for sale button and it says, do you want to buy it? I say yes, and we bought it, okay? Now, this is our home. We can turn it off being open to the public if we like, but right now we're good to go. Now, what I'll tell you about this is we're not researching anything in our house right now because we're not ready to do that. We don't have a research bench built. But we are receiving a little bit of power because we're in the town. So it's nice being inside the town with your first house because you get to draw power from their electrical grid and you don't have to worry about generating electricity at this point. So now we're good to go. But you see how our house is all messed up. So what we want to do is go ahead and look at our building here, okay? So to repair our longhouse, you need to right-click it and select repair. But as a trick, sometimes in Kenshi, there will be options from a right-click window, but it's not that you just right-click once. That's just going to move your people. You have to hold right-click over the longhouse, and then this window will appear, and then you can just select repair, okay? And then let the time go, and then they will try to repair it. And what happens is this grid will appear over your entire base that hides most of your base, and it will tell you that its condition is 0, its building condition is 9, and its building materials is 11 out of 24. So what you need to do to finish rebuilding this is add 13 building materials to this site to rebuild it, okay? So we currently have 1,500 cats, so we can't really do much with our base until we rebuild it. So you need some more money, obviously. And you see how I go out, and you can see the rest of the structure, but all of like the crumbly stuff is gone because this grid is here. And this is kind of like a 3D progress bar, and it will start to slowly fill up and complete the entire structure as we repair it to show how much progress is left, and then the grid will disappear entirely once we are done repairing it. Now, you can go to this store right here with the scales, okay? And this is like a general store where they sell kind of a wide assortment of things. And some of the stuff that they sell right here, we'll just run into this vendor. I'll show you. Let's trade, says the trade goods guy. And I'm going to pause it. Are this case right here. These are building materials, and this is what we need. So we need 13 of these, and he sells 5 of them. Now, vendors replenish their stock every day, so we can buy these from him. It'll take a few days, but we're going to need the money anyway. So these are 129 each, so I can just shift right-click and buy all of them, okay, to get us started. And we say thank you so much, and we need some more food, so we're going to go over to the bar. I'm going to just select both people and go over here. And we're going to go into the bar, and I'm going to find the bartender right here. And we're going to be like, hey, I'm here to trade. And we're going to buy the meat, and I'm just going to shift right-click, and we're going to buy all the meat. And we're down to 400 money. Now, Meow right now actually has this, and I would prefer if she didn't. So I'm just kind of like moving this and dragging it over to Tutorial Dude in the number 1 slot. And I want him to actually, I'm going to go back to his inventory. I'm going to, kind of move this over. All right. I'm going to close this window, by the way. And I'm just going to kind of right-click all of this to put it in his backpack so it doesn't take up as much space. Now, we're going to select both people. And we're going to go over here to our longhouse. We've got food, and we've got some building supplies. Now, if you're in a hurry and you have a bunch of cash, you can also go back to the hub, push the map, and you can just kind of click over on the hub and start traveling over there. And they have some building supplies on sale there if you don't want to wait for a few days for the stock to replenish. But we're not worried about that at the moment, because what we're going to do is I'm going to go to Tutorial Dude's inventory, and I'm actually going to just kind of right-click 2 of these, and I'm just going to give them to Meow. I'm going to drag them over to Meow, and then I'm going to select both of these people, and now you can see when I mouse over our longhouse, the repair icon comes up for the mouse, which is a wrench and a hammer kind of, and we're just going to right-click on both of them. And you can see how Meow now has the building job happening, and in order to repair it, they need building materials. So if I left the building materials in Tutorial Dude's backpack, only he would be repairing it, but this way they're both going to go ahead and repair it together. Now, watch, you can slowly see right here that this house is filling up as they add the building materials to it. I can left click on it, and you can see that the building condition is increasing, and the building materials will reduce as well once we're done adding those on. You might have to actually click on this guy and then click back for this to reflect that. It's actually, the tooltip is not reflecting that we have done this. Meow didn't do it yet. There she goes. Add the materials. And actually, did you add the materials? No, he didn't. So I don't know why they didn't do it, but there they go. Okay, you can see there it's happening. Okay. It's filling up. They're working. And now we're down to 11 building materials. And let's see. Where are we at now? It says 11. Tutorial Dude. No, here, you can keep working, dude. Here you go. All right. So we'll get this done eventually. Condition is rising. This is filling up. And we should, yep, there we go, get eventually to the state that we need, which is 865 completion. And we're going to select both people, and they're done. And it's time to go back to making money. So we'll just head over here. Now, for fun, just for science, if I click Meow, and the jobs button is highlighted, so I can actually shift, okay, and right-click on this mining node, and I give her the job now of mining, which means operate machine copper resource. And she's now going to automatically come over here and do this. I'm going to tell my other guy to come over here and do it as well. So you can give people jobs and start to automate your labor a bit, but I'm only doing that for a demonstration because it's not super useful to us at the moment. Once we get our house up and running and get some research going and build some storage containers, you'll see how helpful this can become, because you can start to have them, if you build the right kind of storage containers within your base, automatically go back and eat food if they get hungry, and also automatically drop off any copper that they have picked up. Now I'm going to have Meow carry that. Once this fills up to 5, they will run back to the base and drop things off. And so you can kind of start to automate a bit. Now, of course, they could get attacked if you're not watching them directly, but the game will illustrate on their portrait red horizontal stripes behind your character, which indicates like they're being attacked by somebody, and you can quickly just pause the game, like right now. Hey, wait a minute, who sees us? What's going on here? Something sees us. Let's kind of look over here. We're moving the camera a bit, and what is it over here that is spying on us? Is it just some animals passing through? Is it something more sinister than that? All right, let's follow them directly. So all we have to do is just kind of go where these are pointing and move this way. What is it? What's over here? What do we need to be aware of? Right? And I honestly don't see anything, so I'm going to just wait for a second to see what happens. And here it is. It's this. It is this goat. Okay, so the goat was a little bit too tiny for me to see. By the way, if you haven't seen the Kenshi goats, take a close-up look and say goodbye to sleeping ever again, because they are some of the scarier things that you're going to see in this world. All right, I'm going to unpause it. Just let the goats do their goat thing. So what we really want to do here is just get enough money so that we can buy the building supplies we need to finish repairing our base. And if you wanted to, and you got the money, but this vendor here runs out of building supplies and, you know, you don't want to wait an extra day, you can always just run back to the hub and try to buy building supplies. But I really recommend that you save the game before you do something like that, because you never know what kind of adversity you will meet on the road. Now, for science purposes, I'm going to... Okay, we stopped digging. Select our first character and put all the copper in his backpack. I'm going to just go ahead and go back to him. I'm going to give 2 food to Meow. Okay? And then what I'm going to do is have Meow give the dude all of the copper, and we'll put it in the backpack. And I'm going to actually send the dude over to the hub so that we can buy some resources, and she's going to keep doing her job, which is mining away. Okay? So I'm going to just save the game, right? We're going to just save it as, mining, I guess, something like that. Okay? And then we're going to do something which I would never normally do, which is split the group, all right? And have the dude go to the hub and sell stuff, okay? So you could just push the map and you can right-click on the hub. You can zoom in to see it or whatever and just kind of like right-click on it. And then now our dude will start running off. I turned sneak off for him, and I'm just going to follow him and keep my eyes on him. I just push 1 twice and make sure that we don't get into any difficulty. Now I'm going to stick on the road for this adventure. Try to keep ourselves safe. But you never know what could happen. And because this game is so dangerous and you don't want to, at least I don't want to lose my person right away, what I've done is I have, like you saw, saved the game first. So in case I get into any kind of nightmare, just load the game. And while you're learning the game, I really recommend you do that. Just save before you try something. The game auto-saves a lot, thankfully, so that if things go really, really wrong, you can, probably recover. But I recommend a lot of saving. Now, already, look at this. Who's this on the road up here? There is a patrolling dust bandit up here, okay? So the hub is there, and there's a dust bandit on the road here. So I'm actually going to tell my character to start sneaking, and I'm going to head up this ridge instead and move away from those dust bandits. He's coming down here. I don't want him to see me. Hopefully he won't, okay? We have a blue eye. We should be okay. But those are the kind of things that you want to watch out for, bandits and the like. Now time is passing. It's getting darker outside. So let's go ahead and be careful, but I'm going to pause the game. I'm going to look for a good path, and I really want to get right there. Just walk right up that ramp into the town. We've got a little bit of a dust storm happening here. So it's dark. There's a dust storm. Things are scary. Now, while you're doing this, you also definitely, okay, want to help out and just look around and make sure that Meow is okay. Every once in a while, just make sure you're looking down here. Now, This has 3 already, so I'm just going to pluck these off and put them in her bag so that she'll keep digging. All right, I'm going to come back over here, and Tutorial Dude is wandering through a terrifying dust storm in the dark, and oh my god. Pause. What is this? Okay, these are starving bandits. Now, the dust storm, they don't see us. We're sneaking, but we need to back off immediately. We don't want to get caught by starving bandits. Alright, so let's just kind of move here and wait for them to pass and just move behind them. And hopefully, you know, they won't look back this way. And I'm going to head down to the road, but behind them enough so that they should leave us. Alright. And there's a big copper mining spot right there. Nice. Okay. So the bandits are over here, and let's just see if we can cut that way, like straight across, and just avoid them. Oh, they're swooping back. Alright, so just keep your eyeballs on them. Hey, I told you to cut across. Are they going to the town? If they're going into the hub, we have to be careful until we get into the hub. And even inside the hub, it's not as much protection as, for example, Squin, but it's better than nothing. Okay, and we're going to run up here. Beautiful is what I say. And we're going to go here. Alright, so now I'm going to click on the front door of the hub and just have my character run. And I feel like maybe we're close enough. I'll just turn off sneak and just go full on. Alright, and try to get inside. Now remember, I'm doing this in an expedited fashion for our beginner's guide. But, you know, if you didn't feel comfortable doing this, I don't blame you. You want to do it in full daylight. And how's this doing? We got 3 again. And you could also, if you wanted to be safe with Meow, it's nighttime anyway. Her production is a little bit lower. You could just move her back into town and just have her stand there. But now she's going to keep working, and you can actually see, you can just click on her, see her job. She's operating the machine, and this guy is following the move order, and we got it. So we're in the town, okay? So we're going to take our main guy and just walk to the bar. And we can go in. And inside the bar, we want to talk to this guy, the barman, or this gal, them, anyway. You can see they do have 5 building materials. So we're going to sell all of our copper, and we're going to buy all the building materials. And that's great. I'll even buy that. That piece of food. Okay. So in this case, we pretty much got 5 building materials. I don't really want anything else that they have. You could buy research books if you want. This is the currency that you will use when you get your research bench and you start researching new technologies. And the great thing about books that I was told by the awesome streamer of Kenshi, Frankie was here, which is that books can resell for the same value that you buy them at. So, you know, even if you buy them and you feel like you don't need them, you can just sell them back. So it's never necessarily a bad idea to buy books if you've got cash, but we don't want to spend our cash on it at the moment, okay? Because we need more building materials to fix up our base. And the vendor in Squin also sells books, but just know that you can come here to talk to the barman woman if you want more books. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'm going to actually just start going back home. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it again, and we're just going to call it, we're going to save it as mining, overwrite the save, and come back. So every time you're venturing out there, you just never know what could happen, and I like to save it. I'm going to go ahead and sneak. It'll take longer, but I'll feel a little bit better about this. All right, so we know where we need to go. I'm just going to click Squin with my dude. and watch this happen. Now remember, there's the bandits, so we do want to keep our eyes peeled for them. They look like they went up the mountain. It's daytime again, which is great. You see our light bar filling up as the sun rises, and it's nearly 6 a.m. The sun is coming in, coloring this whole landscape and providing good light for us. And we're just moving over here to the road, watching our stealth meter. Now, many of the animals in this game are, not going to bother you, but some of them are territorial, and even if it says herbivore, like on the Garus, for example, even though they're herbivores, if you get too close to them, they may become hostile and start attacking you, and that's not a good scene, okay? Meow is starting to show up on our map now, which is a good scene. Meow, are you working? I'm just going to double-click on her and see how she's doing. And she's doing well. I'll peel these off and just focus over here. All right. And we're kind of climbing over this ridge all together. You can see Squin's windmills right there. I'm feeling a little bit better, but we got to be very cautious. Okay. Now, Tutorial Dude could actually just go right in the front door, which is fine with me. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the whole group. I'm going to actually double-click on Meow. Make sure there's... Yep, there is. I'm going to peel this off. And we're going to just double-click everybody and get inside the town and sell stuff to... we're going to go to this shop right here. So let's just get everybody in here. I'm going to follow this guy, make sure that he doesn't get into any trouble. He's much more likely to find trouble than she is, because she's going to be at the guards really soon. Oh, he stopped. I didn't mean for him to do that. Oh, it's paused. Never mind. Oh, it's loading. That's why. I'm like, what's going on? Yeah, it's just loading this new section. Okay. We're almost home. Fantastic. All right. So Meow is being seen, which is okay. I'm going to turn off sneak for everybody, actually. And we can meet right here, please. And let's just see, where is my guy? He's here. And at this point, the guards are going to protect us, and we're okay. Now, whenever they do this, make sure you always, you could say, think me, a Shek warrior, a smuggler, humility, but just show them the gear. Don't even get an attitude about this at all. Hey, Meow, wait a minute, where are you going? Oh, she's taking the long way around. Oh, you know what she's doing? Okay, right. She's going to do her job. So, make sure she got to her location, and then what she did, if you do give her this job, you can either click the X to get rid of it, okay, which I'm going to do temporarily because I don't need her to do that right now, but as soon as she's idle, she'll just go run and do that. So, like, she got to the destination I told her to move to, and then that order left her, and then she went to her list to do the next thing. So that's why she was running back to the mining site, and kind of why jobs are great. You can also just click the job button and keep your hierarchy of jobs, but pause it temporarily. Now, they will do the jobs from top to bottom. So they will prioritize doing jobs at the top of the list, and you can drag to rearrange them if you wish. All right, and we'll just go over here and let's trade. All right, so I'm going to sell you, okay. With Meow, we're going to just sell all of these. Like that. And then I need all of your building materials. Okay, we bought them all. And we still have 1,700, and we're just going to run over here. And we're going to repair this building. Okay, and let's just watch this happen. Now, actually, I need to give Meow some building material so she can participate. Okay, let's just click on this, and let's just kind of watch it happen. All right, you can see it's filling up, and they've put all the materials there. They're just building it. All right, so now it no longer needs building materials. They're just filling up the condition, and you can just watch it happen as this part fills up here. Here it goes. I'm on the fastest speed too, by the way. And if you're interested, you can see that they are raising engineering. So when you're building things, you are raising the skill engineering, okay? So it's going up, 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 and they're becoming more proficient at that. And then now, building longhouse construction complete, it says. And you can see, look at this. Our base is now this beautiful brand new building. And you can just select your people and roll in, okay? And now you have an empty space to work with, and it's multi-level. Remember, you can click this floor button to go up to the second floor and even your kind of like overview balcony here. And what we want to do is just push B to go to the build menu, and we're going to say we want to build not a building, not a camping right now, not farming, not lights, but indeed a small research bench, which is under tech. Okay, I'm just showing you all our options. And we can build this inside our base. We rotate this using the command window in the bottom right. Tells you how to rotate it. And we're going to just build a research bench. I like, how about right here? Now, even though some of these people are red, that just means people can't stand there to work at it. But really only one person is going to be doing this. So I'm just going to click it. All right. And that's all we need. As long as the bench itself is green, you're good to go. Now, remember, once you have selected this, it'll sit here and be green. All right, and this is how you build something, but you have to click confirm for it to actually happen. And then you'll see the wireframe. Left click on this. It needs 3 building materials to get built. And Tutorial Dude has 4 building materials. So we can just take, you know, one of these and give it to Meow, and take another one and give it to Meow. And then we're going to just select everyone and right-click on building, and they're going to come, add the materials, boom. Until it's done, you can watch, it's filling up, and it's done. And the small research bench is now completed, okay? So now from this point, we can actually do research at this bench. And you can open up the research by pushing T to open up the research screen. And you can select from these different types what we want to do. The main thing we want to do is build an ore storage box. Okay. For example, that would be incredibly important. But we're not going to do anything right now because we still only have 2 of us, and we want to put all of our work to mining. And so that's what we're going to do. We're going to go mine, make money, and then we're going to try to recruit another person who will help us and become our researcher. And we'll get into that next time. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're finding this guide useful. We now have a base. We've got food. We've got a little extra money, and we built a research bench. Awesome. Take care, everyone.